Today, I'm creating the strongest character in Cartoon Network history. I will go through every trait a character should have and pick only the best of the best in each category. And by the end of the video, we would be left with a character so overpowered that not even characters like Alien X and Golb would be able to stand in the way of the character I'm about to create. But before we begin, let's make things a bit more difficult, shall we? So here's a small rule. We can only choose a trait from a character just once. Meaning if we choose to go for, let's say, Samurai Jack's skill, then we would not be able to use him again for other traits like his strength, speed, or crazy weapon. Okay, now let's start from the very basics. What level of physical strength should our character have? Now here, I would say we have three prime candidates: Superman, Ben, and Muscle Man. Oh, okay, maybe not him. Let's replace that with Samurai Jack. He shows insane raw power, trading blows with gods, lifting massive stone constructs, and overpowering titans with pure physical might. For Ben, now all I'd say is that he could transform into various aliens like Humongousaur and Way Big, who are capable of smashing buildings and wrestling kaijus, but he still relies on transformations and he kinda has limits. However, our third option is Superman from Justice League Animated. We all know Superman, the symbol of strength himself. In this version, he can lift massive structures, stops unstoppable machines, tanks planet-level threats, and physically dominates world-ending enemies while holding back. Superman is pure strength, so we'd be taking him for strength.
This was just the first point, and we still have 8 more traits to cover.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going. The next trait we have in mind, durability. This simply means how tough our character would be and how much damage can he take during a battle. One durable character I know is Aku. He is absurdly durable. He tanks divine blades, magic attacks, physical destruction, and even being sliced apart. Well, this is because he simply just regenerates instantly. Yeah, especially a pretty considerable candidate. However, let's see what other options we have. The Lich, he's capable of enduring god-level attacks and exists beyond normal physical harm. He also has a unique attitude that make him transfer his consciousness to other beings or possess them. I don't know if I could add that as durability, but it does help him a lot to survive certain situations. Martian Manhunter from Justice League is another great candidate. This guy is straight up untouchable as he phases through physical and magical damage. So unless we're on the offense, we can never get harmed. Even though all these sound cool and impressive, he wouldn't still be my pick, as I'd be going with Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness. Blades, magic, crushing force, none of it sticks. He could get sliced apart, burned, erased, and instantly reforms. Damage doesn't hurt him, it barely even registers. He doesn't survive attacks. He ignores them completely. Yeah, he's definitely our pick for durability. Next is speed. Now, Cartoon Network does have a lot of considerable fast characters. Characters like Ben 10 and XLR 8 form, Samurai Jack, and even Superman. Yeah, crazy speedster options. However, we all know who the real and unbeatable speedster is: The Flash. He is the fastest character on Cartoon Network. He moves so fast that time appears frozen around him, landing hundreds of hits in seconds. He can run on water, vibrate through objects, create tornadoes, and react instantly to attacks. When he stops holding back, he becomes virtually unstoppable, even against god-level threats. His speed isn't just movement, it's thought, combat, and reaction combined. No questions about it. We're taking Flash for speed. All right, let's move on. We chose his speed. Now let's give our character the IQ of someone. Here, the first option is none other than Dexter, an absolute prodigy. Dexter has built reality warping machines, time travel devices, and planet-level weapons, all from his own lab, which, damn, is very impressive. Then there is Professor Utonium, who literally created life and regularly invents tech capable of stopping cosmic threats. Batman is also a genius, and I shouldn't even talk about his Batmobile. However, intelligence isn't just about building cool stuff. It's about outthinking everyone else. That's where Rick-level intelligence comes in. Now, I don't think I should explain. Rick is one of the smartest characters ever. He can invent almost anything, travel across universes, outthink gods, and always has a backup plan. He doesn't just fight enemies, he outsmarts them before they even realize it. Now, to be honest, the real question is either Batman or Rick. Now, the obvious answer is to go for Batman, right? However, I think I have another trait I'd want to use Batman for, so I'm basically saving him for that, which means our character now has Rick's intelligence. 4 traits down, 5 more to go, and let's continue with ability, which technically is his basic powers. Here, I would just go straight to the point. And honestly, it's a very broken option, the Lich's death magic. The Lich doesn't just fight, he erases life. His presence alone is capable of causing death. Okay, maybe that's an overstatement, but it comes very close to that. His magic bypasses durability, ignores strength, and attacks existence itself. Basically, you don't tank the Lich. You either resist him, or yeah, you die. Giving our character this ability means that anyone weaker than him doesn't even stand a chance in a fight, as we can easily erase them from existence. I know, it's already the strongest, right? But hold on, because we still have more to cover. Weapons is one of the most important traits we have here, so let's pick one real quick. Now, there are a lot of powerful weapons in all of Cartoon Network, but let's just mention the strongest. Samurai Jack's sword, the Omnitrix, Green Lantern's power ring, Finn's grass sword, and this piano. Yeah, all of these are pretty powerful, right? Samurai Jack's sword can cut through gods and demons, but its power is kind of limited to evil targets only. The Green Lantern power ring is heavily boosted by imagination and willpower, which is quite powerful, but still dependent on the user. Finn's grass sword is kind of crazy. I mean, that thing could cut through Orgolod, a being that existed before time itself, but it's unpredictable and dangerous even to its user. And the magical piano? Reality warping, but kind of situational. Which leaves us with the final weapon, the Omnitrix, a device that doesn't just grant power, it grants every power. Multiple species possessing multiple attributes, time manipulators, reality benders, all in one watch. It adapts, evolves, and overrides threats instantly. I mean, I even have access to Alien X. We would go with the Omnitrix. However, all of this power would mean nothing if our character doesn't know how to fight. So let's pick our skill trait. Batman is a literal beast in this category. He has mastered countless martial arts, peak human combat techniques, stealth, and battlefield tactics. Even without powers, his skill allows him to outfight monsters, aliens, and even gods through pure experience and strategy alone. There's also Samurai Jack, trained from childhood by the greatest warriors across the world. Jack combines flawless swordsmanship, superhuman discipline, and centuries of battle experience. His combat skill is so refined that even reality-warping enemies struggle to land a single hit. Yeah, these two are relatively equal, and you can't go wrong with whichever you choose. So I'd go with Jack. Now it's time for our special ability, and honestly, there's only one real choice here. Uncle Grandpa's reality manipulation. Yes, he looks goofy, but this is his core ability. Without it, Uncle Grandpa wouldn't be Uncle Grandpa. His powers work kind of like Toon Force, and that's too overpowered to ignore. And finally, our last trait, the final transformation. This is where things get disrespectful. Everything we've built so far is already absurd, but a final transformation would push this character even further, beyond Cartoon Network itself. And you know what? I'm not choosing this one. I want you to choose it. Tell me in the comments what final transformation would fit this character best. And until next time, subscribe.